So the next one is to define relationships in various contexts. Now, defining relationship in different contexts, we have personal relationships, social relationships, and professional relationships. Now, like I said, I have all of these experiences. By the grace of God, I have a personal relationship with my spouse for 20 years. I have over 20 years relationship with my bosses, and I also have relationship with my mentors and pastors, the churches I have mentored. I have served for years, even before I relocated here. So these are the three forms of relationships that we need to look on. And exploring the concept and importance of family, we have foundation of society. Family is the basic social unit that nurtures emotional support and a sense of belonging among individuals. And what do we mean by that? As a family person, you know that you have some values, and family plays a crucial role in instituting values and guiding life experiences of their members. Let's look at, this is where I really want us to focus, because we're going to be talking about the personal and the spiritual relationships. So it's like I said, it applies to everyone. But how do we talk about the personal and spiritual relationship? It has to do with between God and man. Between God and man. So exploring the relationship between God and man as a foundational source. What do we mean by that? So by that we mean that in spiritual guidance, the relationship with God serves as a foundational source of guidance in personal growth and moral decision making. I don't know how many of you have gone through some certain problems in life that you want to make decision. Now, if you have the God factor in you, trust me, there is what I call peace. Now, for Christians, peace is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. But for everyone, we have that peace in your heart that made you decide that this woman is the woman I want to get married to. This job is the job I would want to take. So what I'm trying to say is that in spiritual guidance, whenever you are about making a decision, ensure that there is this peace that you have. This peace is a peace that will make you make right decisions. So do not depend on what the Google says. Do not depend on what this person say. Yes, we can take advice from different people, but trust me, when you have your inner peace, that peace is what will make you make a right decision in choosing a woman and making that woman your woman for the rest of your life. Or possibly getting a job and making that job to sustain in that job and to be wise and work in that job, and that job will bring income to you. Or whatever business you are doing, that decision is also something you need to depend on when you have that. And you can only have that relationship when you have a relationship with your God. Now, I will give you an example between, for the God factor, I'll give you an example between the fish and water. Now, the fish and water, they have relationship. The fish is dependent on the water as the source. The water is the source to the fish. The fish was literally meant to live in water. And if the fish keep jumping out of the water, then the fish will die. The same thing with the plant and the soil. The plant was literally meant to be in the soil to survive. If the plant keeps coming out of the soil, the plant will die and the source will remain. So which means that we have to hold on to our source. And for us, we know that God is our source. So we need to depend on the source so that we can survive. So that is relationship. You want to have relationship with your God, then you must have that dependency, that mindset to depend on your source. The source is God. If you keep jumping out of your source, then you will not survive in your marriage as your relationship. You will not survive in your business as a relationship, you will not survive. So you need to understand your source. That's the first thing. Know your source so that you can remain within your source. And the next one is, I'm going to share briefly sharing career experience spanning over 20 years. What do I mean by that? So an extensive career experience. So for this, I say Bob accumulated over 20 years of professional experience, bringing deep industry knowledge and practical insights, lessons and perspective. His vast experience provides valuable lessons that shapes the unique perspective on relationships and family ministry. And enriching family ministry, Bob applies his career lessons to enhance approaches in family ministry, fostering stronger relationships. What do I mean? Currently, I work with the military, but trust me, my call and purpose in life is to disciple young believers, existing believers, and people that are struggling to know their way in life. And that is what I do. So I do that to help people to grow, people that are just getting to know, to get a new purpose. My purpose is to build them up. So right here in the military, there are people that believe in what I do and they follow what I do and they are being blessed. So that is what Bob does with his 20 years experience so far. And in marriage, ministry, and family, the experience 20, 30, and 40 years. What do I mean by that? So in marriage, about 20 years of marriage experience offer rich respective on partnership and commitment. And ministry leadership, 30 years in ministry provide deep spiritual leadership and guidance experience. And family life experience, over 40 years of family life enrich understand. Now, what do I mean by 40 years? By God's grace, I am in my early 40s. I have been with my family, so I have relationship with my family because I know that it is a source. It is a source to me. My family, I honor my parents. I respect my siblings. I have my immediate family, my wife, and my children. So these are relationships that I keep over the years that is getting stronger and stronger over the years. So that is, so let's look at, before I round up, let's look at the exclusive VIP gates for attendees for this program. For my program, you will be having, when you subscribe to the VIP package, you have access to my YouTube Daily Digest Global Transformational Discipleship Program, where we have exclusive VIP access and also daily inspirational contents. And also you would have access to my blog website featuring daily devotionals, motivational sermons, and free consultations. And also you will have on contacting Bob, you can contact Bob through the active social media presence and also sharing updates, community discussions, and so on. So there are also details on joining the email list for updates. So if you want to join my email list, it's very important so you can get updates on new posts. I post messages every week, and on my blog website, I have daily devotionals that will inspire you, that will help you to grow in your relationship with your God. It doesn't matter if you are a Christian or not a Christian, but what I teach and what I preach it will help you to, if you apply them, to grow in your personal relationship, social relationship, and any other relationship you think about. And also, in conclusion, embracing growth in relationships and family. I've talked about effective communication, which I shared about the communication theory. There is no way you would have to communicate without having relationship. So relationship is important. Communication is important in relationship. One thing I do, even when my wife and we quarrel, because in marriage, definitely there are quarrels. I will be sincere with you. So what happens is that when we have quarrels, we still have communication. I text my wife and I tell her something even when she's angry, and she will also reply to me, that is communication. When you stay off, when you stay off and silent for a long period of time, trust me, that relationship will become sour. So whenever communication is very vital in your relationship. So make sure that you communicate with your bosses, communicate with at all times. So that is what I've talked about: effective communication, spiritual insights, and practical experience as well. Before I go on to the question and answer, I would like to wrap up this with just a brief testimony. What happens is I wrote a professional exams sometime in May, and I did not pass that exams. So, but amongst everyone, I did not count myself to be more spiritual. But what happens is that I failed that exams. I was asking, because of my relationship with my God, I went back and I had to pray, like our sister Mitchell was talking about, and my contribution I made during our session. I said, I have to write down the positive words and paste them on my wall. And I began to speak this word consistently. I spoke this word that I will pass this course with distinction. I would pass this course with distinction. Lo and behold, last week I passed the course with 90%, and God took 10% out of it. So what am I saying? Positivity is the thing. Whenever you are going through any challenge in your relationship, I want you to be positive. Ensure that don't give up. Make sure you put that positivity, that drive, and you will get there. So that brings me to the end. Any question?
Thank you once again for listening to this message, as we hope it has been a blessing to you. Our vision is a world united in and for Christ. Our purpose is to use all available online and social media platforms for preaching, teaching, and healing in order to bring lost souls back to God through Jesus Christ. It is your love, support, and partnership that makes Daily Digest Global possible. Please visit us online at www.dailydigestglobal.com or catch up with our conversations and fresh posts on all our social media platforms, which are Daily Digest Global on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, or join our channel on WhatsApp, Daily Digest Global. On www.dailydigestglobal.com, we offer you daily content which stands as your daily devotional to enrich your spirit, mind, and get you started for the day. For more products, partnership, or to join our weekly YouTube program, tagged Daily Digest Transformational Discipleship, or one of our live events around the world, log on to dailydigestglobal.com. You could pull a call across to us or send a WhatsApp message to +1 306 515 1573. That is +1 306 515 1573. Daily Digest Global, translating vision into reality.